Hello, we're going to make a video, and in this video we're going to demonstrate setting up a printer, and that's the printer in Packard room 401, the graduate room. So we're going to start off by making a directory, and this will be a place where we're going to put the files that we download for the print drivers. So what I did was, let me go back and do that again. I did a right click on this start menu, or this start button, did a right click and went into File Explorer, and then I came over to Downloads. In this white space, on this screen, I'm going to do a right click, come down to New, go up to Folder, and we're going to make a folder called Print Drivers. You can call it whatever you want. You just have to remember whatever name you call it. So I'll double click on Print Drivers, do a right click in there, go to New. I'm going to make another folder, and I'm going to call this HP. Okay, and then we can close this window here for now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open up Google Chrome. You can use Firefox, whatever you want. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to www.hp.com. Now I have a smaller screen, so I'm going to have my options over here. If you have a larger screen size or larger window size, you may have your options going across the top. So I'm going to click on the drop down menu, and then I'm going to go to Support. I'm going to go to Software and Drivers, and then I have some options here, and we're going to be doing a printer. Okay, and then in here I'm going to type some text that will get me to the print drivers. So I'm going to call this LaserJet HP4250, and I'll hit enter. Okay, so it comes up with the LaserJet 4250 printer series drivers. So I'm actually going to be going for one of the universal print drivers. So I'll hit this plus sign next to it. And we're going to go with the Windows PCL6 print driver. So I'll click on the download button. And so I'll go into Downloads, Print Drivers, HP. And in that directory, I'm going to save this file. Okay, so we can actually go ahead and close the browser window for now. And we're going to come back down to this Start button and do a right click. Go to File Explorer. We're going to go to Downloads. Click in the Print Drivers menu. Click in the HP menu. Do a double left click on the file that you downloaded. And we're going to click on Browse here, and we're going to make sure that these extracted files, well, let me actually, after you double click on that file, you're going to get this dialog window. And this is a dialog window that when you're done, you'll be unzipping that file, and there'll be many files coming out of this one file. So we're going to hit Browse to make sure that this is going where we want it to go. And then next to my name there's a little caret or greater than sign. So I'm going to click on that, and then it drops down like this. I want to go into Downloads, Printers, HP. Okay, so now that's where it's going to save the files that it extracts. So I'm now going to hit Unzip, and not surprisingly, it put those files in the directory I was in. Now it comes up and it says you want the HP app to install the device. I'm going to click No. I'm installing this with Windows, and I can get rid of that error message. Okay, so we can close this window for now. We'll come down and click in this search text here, and we want to go into the control panel. So control, and I'll click on the control panel. Now if this is your first time coming in here, you may see a category view. I like to work with the larger small icon view. It's the exact same thing, except one has larger icons, one has smaller icons. So I'm going to click on large icons. And then I'm going to go to devices and printers. Okay. I want to add a printer. I'm going to click the printer that I want isn't listed. This text right here. Okay. Then I'm going to click the radio button for add a printer using an IP address. And then in this next box, I'm going to hit the drop down and I want to choose TCP/IP device. When you come in initially, this box here, query the printer and automatically select the driver to use. Click that box off. That box should be off. Okay, and then we're going to the host name or the name of the printer on the network is Packard -RM401 HP4250 DTN. D means duplex. Let me see. Yep. So D means duplex. T means tall. That means it has 2 paper trays. And N means it's on the network. .cc.lehigh.edu. Okay, and you make sure that box is clicked off. And then click Next. And then it'll pop up with something like this, and it'll be asking for a print driver. So in this case, we're going to click Have Disk. We're going to hit Browse. And you come up and hit this little drop down icon here. And in our case, it says System 32. So we want to hit the little icon because that's not where our drivers are. So when we hit that little icon, I'm going to come down and I'll see my downloads here. I'll double click that. And I've got my print drivers, HP. I'm just going to click that first file. And then I'm going to click Open. And that tells, that's where we're going to look for the file for the installation of the drivers. Okay, then we're going to click OK. And it brings up 2 options for the drivers. I'm just going to take the PCL6 driver. And I'll click Next. Now here, this is text. This is going to be the name of the printer so that when you want to print, you can find it by the name. So I'm going to call it Packard -RM401 HP4250 DTN. And I'll hit Next. Now it's installing the printer. Do I want to allow this software to make changes? Yes, because otherwise I won't be able to install the printer. And we'll give it a second here. It's setting up all the software, getting everything in sync. Okay, and then what you can do if you wish, you can print a test page and make sure that the test page works. Okay, then you click Finish, and you'll see now that you have that printer installed. What I'll do sometimes is I'll come in and I'll do a right click on this printer and I'll say set as the default printer, and then I always get that message. Won't really matter. So and that'll make that your default printer on the machine. Okay, and then I'm going to close this. Now that printer is all set up, and that's all you have to do. And thank you for listening, and I hope this was helpful.